Hello, this is HL Laser. Today I will show you how to set up red black laser machine. First, I would like to introduce the machine for you. In front of us, this control panel is radar RD6445, and the red button under the panel is the e-stop. It's the emergency button. Whenever there's an emergency, please press down to stop the machine running. And if you twist it like clockwise, it enables the machine to work. The key switch next to is the laser switch. When you insert key and turn it on to the right, it enables the laser output. On the right side, you'll find the switch called the back outlet switch. It controls the outlet from the machine back. Normally you can connect the air pump to it and control it in the front. You don't need to unplug it from the back. It's convenient. This is U-disc. If you have the file saved in the U-disc, you can simply plug it and read it from the control panel. And the USB socket under it is the USB cable connection. This socket is enable you connect the laser machine from your laptop with an USB cable. And the last one is Ethernet cable connection. That's connect your laser machine from laptop by an Ethernet cable. Let's look at the back of the laser machine. Before we use the laser machine, you need to remove the back cover and remove the protecting sponge or foams attached to the laser tube. Okay, now I will remove the sponge for you. You can see there are many black sponge around the laser tube to protect the laser tube safe during transportation. Now we are taking away. Then I will remove the anti-dust bag from the laser tube and the mirror A. Please be careful when you remove the bag from mirror A, because the adjust knob may be impact when you remove the bag. It's better not to touch the adjustment knob when you're removing the bags. Okay, it's done. Okay, now I will open the lid and remove the protection from the mirror B and the mirror C. The laser machine also needs a regular maintenance. Please kindly refer to this table and maintain the machine for safely operation. Remove the protection from mirror B and the mirror C. The next step is connect water chiller. The water in from HR laser cutter connect to the water out from water chiller, and the water out from HR laser cutter to the water in of the water chiller. Okay, this is the water out from the HR laser machine. I will connect to the water in, or we call it inlet, to the water chiller. And into water, or the water in of the laser machine, then connect to the outlet or water out from water chiller. This pipe called air connect to the air pump. Okay. Exhaust fan. This is onboard exhaust fan. Diameter is 150 millimeters or 6 inch. This is outbound air converter. The one side connect to the machine exhaust fan, and the other side connect to the foil flexible duct. There are 3 screws you need to screw in. Lock the foil to the converter is solid, and that's okay. If you buy the optional large power exhaust fan like this, you need to connect the foil one side to the fan, and the other side will have another foil flexible duct connect to the outbound. It's the enhancement of exhaust polluted air solution. Okay, let's go to power connection. The laser machine is 220 to 240 voltage. So when you connect to the power, you need the voltage. A tip here is, if your house voltage is not stable, please kindly check it. Maybe you need a stabilizer. This is back outlet. The socket you can control from the right side button for its on or off status by this button. This one. In this instruction, it's okay to connect the air compressor or the exhaust fan to the socket, but please don't connect the water chiller to the outlet. Because the water chiller has the different voltage. If you are in the 110 countries, for example, the United States, the Canada, you need 110 voltage water chiller, and it cannot connect to the outlet here because it's 220 volt input. This is the main power socket of input. This is the ground socket or the earth socket. This is the main power switch. If you live in Europe, you will receive the plug like this. We call it plug type C or type E. If you live in Australia, you will receive the kind of plug called plug I. If you live in United States or Canada, the voltage is 110 or 120 volt. You will receive a transformer like this. The plug we call type B. You can insert to the wall outlet, and the other side you need to connect the plug I, the power cable, plug I, plug to the transformer, and the other side to the laser machine. Okay, the air compressor or pump, and this one is the exhaust fan. Before connect to the outlet from the wall, please make sure the main switch was on the off state like this, and then put the plug to the machine. That's finished the power connection of the laser machine. For water chiller power connection, please read the product label of the chiller. This chiller is 220 volt voltage, so you can connect to the outlet with 220 or 240 volt. If it's at 110, please connect to the 110 voltage from the outlet. The water chiller connection is quite simple. Just put the socket, the plug to the water chiller socket. That's done. We normally turn the water chiller on before start the laser. This is the power switch, and this one is the water level gauge. Please make sure the water level is between the green portion. That's the safe portion for the water chiller. You can fill the water chiller with distilled water with coolant or coolant 100%. I will turn it on. When you hear the wind sound, the compressor is working and the temperature will going down to the assigned one or the setting one. The chiller, we suggest to keep it running for 3 to 5 minutes until the air bubble inside the laser tube was exhausted. Please understand the air bubble is very dangerous to the laser tube. When you use the laser tube for the cutting, it's very easy to have the laser tube cracked due to the air bubble. Okay, now I will start the laser. First, I will hook up the main power, and then I will twist the e-stop to deactivate the e-stop button, and the laser head will go to the top left for the origin process. After it's finished, the laser head will go to the work 0. For the homing process, the laser head little piece. Need to trigger the homing switch twice to recognize its homing position in x-axis. Also, the y-axis switch need to be triggered twice as well by the gantry or the frame. Like this, it need to be triggered twice. If the machine starts and the laser head in the top left with the click sound and didn't stop, it may be this tool switch was not triggered or active. You need to adjust the little piece to enable the trigger. This one is autofocus. The probe of the autofocus was active. Then the lifting table will stop going up. When you start the autofocus function, please make sure the material is covering the autofocus. The material edge is outside the autofocus. In case if you put the material just under the laser nozzle and the autofocus is outside the edge of the material, then the autofocus will ask the machine table going up all the time, and the probe of the autofocus will get stuck into the honeycomb cell. That become a problem. It may damage the autofocus. So this way is wrong. You need to put the material like this. Okay. And this right one is the radar switch, radar pointer, radar pointer. Now I will set the autofocus to let the machine decide the focus length. Okay. Machine is fine focus now. Okay, the switch was triggered, so the table was stop going up and now it's going down by a certain distance to arrive the focus point. Now I will insert my U-disc, select the cutting file, the diamond file. And copy it to the RD6445 controller. Okay, the file must look like this. Another thing I need to do is set the work 0 for this job by this button, the origin button, and move the laser head to the origin. I set and press the origin. Okay. Before start the laser, you need to make sure all the switch are active. The first is the water chiller. You need to make sure it's working, and power switch. And close the machine lid. This is open lid switch, the red switch. When the lid closed down, the switch need to be active by pressing down. Okay. Okay. You hear the switch. The switch have sound. That's the means the switch was active. The last thing is press the start to launch your job. Okay, when you hear the sound, the cutting job is finished. You can open the machine lid and see the results. I didn't use exhaust fan in the demo, so you can see a lot of smoke. If you use the exhaust fan, it will now have the smoke like this, because the fan is a lot of noise. Thank you. That's all for the machine demo.